The Oak Island treasure has finally been found. Gold was discovered at Smith's Cove, and it's more than anyone expected. Rick and Marty Lagina were amazed when they saw traces of gold in the water, bringing a new wave of excitement to their search. But the real shock came when they uncovered something even more mysterious: an old handmade ladder leading down into a dark, water-filled tunnel. Who could have been there before them? The discovery of gold wasn't just thrilling. It reignited hope that even more treasure might be hidden beneath Oak Island. The search area expanded, and the brothers started to believe that gold might even be buried near the trees on the island. Their hearts pounded as they felt closer than ever to solving the centuries-old mystery. But their next discovery was something far more dangerous than just treasure. As they pressed forward, they found the old ladder disappearing into the depths of the water. Was this a remnant of treasure hunters from long ago, or did it lead to something much more sinister? Local legends spoke of a curse, one that had already claimed lives. According to the stories, one more person would have to die before the treasure could be revealed. But despite the chilling warnings, the team refused to back down. Would the curse strike again before they uncovered the truth? As the episode continued, Paul, one of the team members, could hardly contain his excitement. Marty, always the leader, turned to the crew and asked if they were ready to bring in the drilling rig. The response was a unanimous and enthusiastic yes. Their focus shifted to a key area identified by two experts, Dr. Spooner and Dr. Micule, who had been testing the water around the island. They pointed to a specific location west of the garden shaft, an area they called the Blob. Their research suggested that the treasure could be hidden right there beneath the island's surface. Narrowing the search even further, the experts jokingly named a smaller zone within the Blob the Baby Blob. With a map in hand, the team theorized that a tunnel buried 95 feet underground might lead them directly to the treasure. It was time to start drilling. As the rig prepared to break into borehole DN 11.5, the anticipation grew. Could they finally be on the verge of uncovering something massive? Charles Barkhouse, Oak Island's historian, stepped forward to lead the drilling effort. Meanwhile, Marty focused on the garden shaft, where progress had been steady. The team had spent weeks removing dirt and water, reinforcing the structure with wood, and they were now more than halfway to their goal, reaching a depth of 80 feet. With every passing moment, they were getting closer to uncovering more secrets of the island's past. Then, as Marty descended into the garden shaft, he made an astonishing discovery. The old ladder, hand-carved and perfectly preserved, stood before him, untouched for centuries. Marty couldn't believe his eyes. This was solid evidence that someone had been here before, possibly centuries ago, searching for the same treasure. The team began to wonder if the person who built the ladder had also hidden the very gold they were looking for. Could this simple wooden structure be the key to unlocking the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island? As the drilling continued at borehole DN 11.5, all eyes were on the drilling rig. The team had reached a depth between 78 and 88 feet, inching closer to their target. Then, a loud grinding noise echoed through the site. The drill operator immediately stopped, measuring the depth. To their surprise, they had broken through something. It was an open space about 1.5 feet wide. Terry, one of the geologists, anxiously awaited the next steps. Had they discovered a void, a tunnel, or something else entirely? The drill operator confirmed they had hit an open space exactly 90 feet below the surface. The team quickly paused to discuss their next move. Charles wasted no time contacting the Lagina brothers. Rick, thrilled by the discovery, rushed to the site. What had they just uncovered in this hidden chamber? Could this finally be the treasure they had spent years searching for? When Rick arrived, the drill operator explained that they had broken through an obstruction and reached a mysterious void. The team began speculating. Was this part of a hidden tunnel? The excitement grew as they realized that this void lined up with other boreholes they had drilled nearby. To uncover what was inside the space, Marty decided to take a core sample. The team stood still, watching as the sample was carefully pulled from the depths. When they cracked it open, they found something shocking: chunks of wood. Could this would have come from an ancient treasure chest, possibly hiding gold? Terry sent the wood sample for further testing, and the team eagerly waited for results. Later, they gathered at the Oak Island Interpretive Center, where metal archaeologist Emma Culligan analyzed the sample. Her findings sent a wave of excitement through the room. The wood contained a surprising amount of gold. This discovery was the confirmation they had been hoping for. The team now felt more confident than ever that they were on the right path to solving the Oak Island mystery. The drilling at the garden shaft continued, with the team determined to uncover more clues. They planned to drill 12 more boreholes, hoping to find signs of tunnels or hidden artifacts. Meanwhile, Rick and team member Peter Romke explored Lot 26, where they stumbled upon an old stone wall. But this wasn't just any wall. It looked deliberately constructed, possibly holding another crucial piece of the puzzle. As their search intensified, they also began diving deeper into the island's history. Fred Nolan, a surveyor who had spent decades exploring Oak Island, had made several important discoveries, including a massive cross-shaped formation called Nolan's Cross. Now, his son Tom joined the team, bringing along his father's notes and research. One of the intriguing discoveries Tom shared was an old well, strangely filled with broken pottery. What was its purpose? Could this forgotten well be hiding more secrets beneath its surface? Tom also revealed sketches from his father's notebooks, showing a mysterious stone formation they called the Quadrilateral. This structure didn't seem natural, and the team speculated that it could be linked to the treasure. With every new clue, the mystery of Oak Island only deepened. Encouraged by their findings, Rick and Marty pushed forward, determined to uncover what truly lay beneath the island's surface. But their search led them to one of Oak Island's most infamous locations, the Money Pit. In the year 1861, something extraordinary happened at the Money Pit. The site, believed by many to be the location of hidden treasure, suddenly collapsed. The wooden beam supporting it disappeared without a trace. For some, this was a clear sign that something valuable, possibly even a legendary treasure, was buried deep within the pit. Others believed that the collapse was no coincidence. They suspected that ancient religious warriors, who may have traveled to this island centuries ago, had buried their riches here to protect them. Had the Money Pit's sudden collapse been a clue from the past, or was it a trap designed to keep the treasure hidden forever? For years, two brothers, Rick and Marty Lagina, have been on a relentless mission to uncover the truth buried beneath Oak Island. Starring in The Curse of Oak Island, they have spent years searching every inch of the island, chasing the legendary treasure that has been rumored to be hidden there for over 2 centuries. Despite countless hours of digging, scanning, and theorizing, the grand treasure they seek has remained elusive. But hope was reignited when they discovered small traces of gold in the water surrounding the island. This single finding sent waves of excitement through the team. Could this finally be proof that the treasure is real, or were they simply chasing a legend that had no real end? Oak Island is not just a place of mystery, it's also a place of danger. A chilling legend looms over the search, warning that the treasure will not be found until 7 people have lost their lives in the pursuit. So far, 6 lives have already been claimed by the island's treacherous secrets. Every discovery, every dig, every step forward comes with the eerie question: could the next move be their last? Over the years, the Lagina brothers and their team have found an array of strange artifacts, each one hinting at a hidden history buried beneath the island's surface. Fragments of old wooden structures, ancient tools, long-lost coins, and even a mysterious U-shaped formation suggest that Oak Island once held great significance. Many theories have surfaced about what or who could have left these items behind. One of the most intriguing possibilities is the involvement of the Knights Templar. This secretive group of Christian warriors from the Middle Ages went on dangerous missions to protect sacred relics and treasures. Some believe they may have hidden their most valuable possessions on Oak Island, items that could include not just gold but sacred artifacts such as the Holy Grail or even the Ark of the Covenant. The discovery of a lead cross, possibly linked to the Knights Templar, only deepened the mystery. Along with ancient coins, tools, and strange stone formations, the evidence suggested that Oak Island was more than just a treasure site. It could hold secrets that might rewrite history. Could this island be the resting place of something even greater than gold? Something that could change our understanding of the past forever? Determined to find answers, the team pushed forward, using the most advanced technology available to scan deep underground and beneath the waters surrounding the island. Every discovery, whether it was a tiny piece of gold or an ancient artifact, fueled their determination to keep going. Then, they made one of their most thrilling discoveries yet: traces of gold in the island's waters. Was this the final clue that meant they were closing in on the treasure? Or was it another trick played by the island, leading them further into its web of mysteries? With every passing season, their efforts intensified. They focused their search on a specific area they called the Baby Blob, which showed promising signs of buried artifacts. This time, they were prepared to dig deeper than ever before. But the island's legend still loomed over them like a warning. 6 lives had already been lost in the pursuit of Oak Island's secrets. If the stories were true, was the island demanding one more before the treasure could finally be revealed? Yet, for the Lahaina brothers, the search was no longer just about gold. It had become a journey into the past, a quest to uncover the history buried beneath the island. Each discovery, no matter how small, was another piece of a giant puzzle. From stone shafts to ancient structures, every find gave them a clearer picture of who had come before them and what they had left behind. Who were the people who set foot on Oak Island all those years ago? What secrets did they hold? And why did they choose this remote island as the place to hide them? As the Lahaina brothers prepared for what could be their most significant breakthrough yet, they couldn't help but reflect on the explorers who had come before them. Many had tried, but none had succeeded. Now, standing on the edge of history, they faced a critical question. Would they finally be the ones to solve Oak Island's greatest mystery, or would the island's secrets remain hidden for yet another generation? Waiting in silence beneath layers of earth and time, the Lost Tunnel. The famous Lost Tunnel of Oak Island has baffled explorers for centuries. In the past, treasure hunters lost track of a tunnel, and its mysterious disappearance left everyone wondering what had happened. Why couldn't anyone find it again? These unanswered questions have driven many treasure hunters to the island for over 200 years, all in hopes of unlocking its secrets. Today, scientists, geologists, and historians are joining forces, determined to dig even deeper into the island's mysteries. They've zeroed in on 2 new areas, boreholes 8.5 and 13.5, where they detected something astonishing: a 10-foot empty space underground. This discovery sent a burst of excitement through the entire team. What could be hiding in that empty space? Could it finally be the key to solving Oak Island's puzzle? As they drilled deeper, something surprising happened. A very old cross appeared buried within the earth. The sight of that ancient cross filled everyone with hope and excitement. Could this cross be a sign that they were close to uncovering something important? Some believed that hidden beneath the surface were old wooden tunnels, possibly connected to a legendary location on the island known as the Garden Shaft. Rumors had long suggested that the Garden Shaft might hold more than just dirt and rocks. It might even contain the long-lost treasure itself. With this new possibility in mind, the team took extra care while digging, not wanting to disturb the ground too much, especially knowing that hidden spaces or tunnels could lie just below the surface. The deeper they went, the more they hoped to uncover the mysterious tunnels that had been talked about for centuries. However, despite their careful efforts, the wooden tunnels remained elusive. They began to wonder, were they digging in the right place? Had the infamous money pit, where the treasure was rumored to be hidden, shifted over the years? After over 225 years of searching, the treasure still hadn't been found. Just when frustration was beginning to set in, something interesting occurred. As they drilled, air bubbles started to appear in the soil, a significant development. These bubbles might be a sign of empty spaces underground, perhaps even the elusive tunnels they had been searching for. This discovery lifted everyone's spirits, making them feel that they might be closer to the treasure than they had ever imagined. The appearance of air bubbles brought hope, suggesting that man-made tunnels could be hidden below the surface. Could these tunnels finally lead to the legendary treasure of Oak Island? The team couldn't help but feel excited about the possibility. They quickly collected water samples from the area near the bubbles, hoping that a careful analysis might reveal even more clues about what lay hidden beneath the island. To assist with the exploration, the team partnered with the Duma Mining Company, a group of experts capable of helping them dig safely and efficiently. As the mining company began to explore and stabilize the shafts, they discovered something even more intriguing. Water was rushing into the shafts from the landside. This rushing water could be a clue that they were approaching the flood tunnels, which many believe were built to protect the treasure. The team's new plan was both clever and bold. They decided to reinforce the shafts with concrete, a move that would prevent flooding and make it safer to dig deeper. They knew it might take months for the renovations to be completed, but they were willing to wait. After all, what if the treasure was just below their feet? After years of searching, they had come too far to give up now. As they waited for the renovations to be finished, the anticipation grew stronger. What would they find once they could return to the dig sites? The Duma Mining Company reassured them that after the reinforcements were in place, they would be able to explore the shafts in the safest conditions possible. This was critical because Oak Island's unstable ground was filled with hidden dangers. There was always the risk of collapsing tunnels, and one wrong move could bring everything to a halt. The possibility that they might uncover a network of wooden tunnels, perhaps filled with ancient artifacts or even treasure, felt more real than ever. The Duma Mining Company even speculated that hidden wooden structures could be waiting beneath the surface. If that was true, then the treasure might be closer than anyone had imagined. The team's hope soared. Could they be the ones to finally solve the mystery that had baffled treasure hunters for centuries? Excitement rippled through the Lagina brothers and their team. Everyone was eager to dig deeper into the garden shaft and perhaps even find the original money pit. This legendary pit was at the heart of Oak Island's greatest mystery. If they could locate it, they might finally prove whether the stories of buried treasure were true. But it wasn't just about the treasure. The team knew that each artifact they uncovered could tell a bigger story. They weren't just digging for gold, they were digging into history itself. Who had come to Oak Island all those years ago, and what had they left behind? Some believed that the Knights Templar, a group of religious warriors from the Middle Ages, might have hidden their treasure on the island. If true, the treasure could include more than just gold. It could hold sacred relics like the Holy Grail or even the Ark of the Covenant. The team was determined to keep going, no matter how difficult the journey became. They knew that many explorers had tried and failed before them, but they believed they had the knowledge, technology, and determination to succeed. Their journey wasn't just about riches. It was about uncovering the secrets of Oak Island, mysteries that had been buried for centuries. Whether it took years or even decades, the Lagina brothers were ready to keep searching until they found the truth. Could the Knights Templar have left their treasures hidden beneath Oak Island? The deeper they dug, the more the mystery thickened. Each discovery only raised more questions. But one thing was certain: the search was far from over.